Okay, on the way. Welcome to the weekend finale episode. Yes, on my VFL Amiens series. So basically, there's going to be no lineups or anything because I'm lazy. You can see right away this first matchup here against the third place team in the league. They really had us on our back foots. Should have scored a couple times already. We are all out of sorts defensively, just not covering the crosses, stuff like that. The shape was all out of sorts, so a lot like some of the games recently, to be honest. You can see a good header, though, from Foster getting that, but that save by Fawn is tremendous. That full stretch, getting that out of bounds there, that is lovely. That is beautiful. Fawn being Fawn. Of course, the team of the season goalkeeper do have to get that ball out quicker. Dishard basically turning into that right there, but Fawn again with another big save and having to make a double save as well, keeping us in this matchup. They've had like 6 or so shots on goal. Yeah, I think you actually saw the graphic. Fawn already had to make 5 saves and we're like 16 minutes in the game. But's trying to go forward. We did have a couple little moments here and there. Some good hold-up play from Retro. Like to see that. Trying to keep things going here. Fiorito pulling a good ball here now to Flick, and he just put this little cross in. Unfortunately, do not win that, but we are not used to crossing, so it's kind of sometimes it's weird to see for me, to be honest. But we've been crossing a bit more. You can see them again. This little break in Fawn with a huge save. Just the shape was quite poor. I wasn't at my best either protecting the defense. I think just a formation change is really needed, but you can see us doing a good job retaining some possession here, playing the ball back out wide to Retro. Is going to play the ball back here to Flick and to put the ball back post, but I do think an RBA to the short post would have been the best idea right there, or or kind of a lower cross. I don't know, but either way, one of those would have been ideal in that situation, I would say. But them coming through here, back out on this wing, and a put across in, and again a free header, and somehow they do not make us pay. They should be beating us, or somehow hanging around. As you can see, Foster coming here and trying to help out cover this header, but again the marking was quite poor from us, to be fair. Scary, something bad might have happened right there, but we probably would have deserved it if it did, because we were just defending awfully. We're trying to come out on this quick little counter, though, Tyler, after some good play with the flick-ons. Having to switch here, though, because just really we're not showing too much to him. We're just kind of getting behind with some of the runs rather than show to the ball. So, yeah, something we definitely need to change. However, we do win the ball back right here. Ball play to Tyler. Some good little attempted hold-up play. Ball back to Cuddy, but again, over the top. Just has to be a simple A pass or RBA, anything like that. Unfortunately, just some of the passing was not crisp at all when we were in possession, which really was not much of the game. You can see them again hitting the crossbar with an absolute banger right there. Just the back line, the midfield shape was not the best, in my opinion. Definitely have to do better myself, and I think we have to help out a lot more on that wing. And I said I'm thinking of changing the formation. I think we'll see that happening in the next episode after this one, so like Thursday or Saturday. We'll see what happens. Depends how I'm feeling. But either way, Tyler back out here on this wing. Good little play. Unfortunately, a little bit too impatient, I would say, with that pass. But Friolith doing a good job either way. Cuddy back out wide, and again just a little over the top through ball, trying to get that to someone's head. But just gotta be a little bit more simple, be a little bit more patient. I think we'll be fine, because we always have had the play, and they're affording us some space at times. I think you can see the way they close down, though. Look at how many people are back. That's about, counting, 8 guys are back helping defend right there. So basically 2 banks of 4, like real football, and we just really do not defend like that ourselves sometimes. We have to defend more like that, but either way, we're trying to get into the play here, make some things happen. We do, again, got to show more of the ball there, not force freely, so just kind of go 1v1 on the wing. I think we'll just kind of giving ourselves some more options. I think it will come with a better formation, as this formation did work very well, obviously, in the second division, but we're at a higher level competition right now, and I think we're having a tough time adjusting as they go down this wing very easily, but Foster doing a good job getting in between that, stopping the cross, and a very good clearance out, as we do luckily get the ball right there, as they're going to be coming back again. 80th minute, still somehow holding on here, but Dizzy with a good interception. Now going down this wing, I did tell him to carry a bit, but he also had Tyler right there for the simple A pass. Eventually put a cross that kind of goes nowhere, so we do have to try to find those simple passes again. I was pushing too high up. 2 center backs in the same area was almost disastrous, but thankfully Randy, with the OP catch-up speed from center backs, was able to get back there. Again, the shape was bad. I was pushing forward too much, and that just needs to change. And I think, in general, I've been feeling off about CDM, as we almost give up a very bad goal right there, but thankfully we make up for it, as you see them again coming back late here. 85th minute. It looks like they have a chance to win that header over me, as that goes over the bar. And I was 6'3", I believe I was, and I just was not winning headers, and it's frustrating, but not much you can do. Cuddy just has to play that through right there to Friolito. He would have been through on goal, but unfortunately we did not see those passes. So a lot of the passing was just not crisp enough for us. I know Cuddy's more of a center back, so we just kind of had to put him there because obviously Fatal was out for this game and all that. As they put in some crosses, nervy stuff. Thankfully Randy gets it out, and we just run away like out of the stadium with a point here in a game we probably should not have a point out of, because we were honestly very poor. We didn't take many shots at all. The build-up play was promising at times. Like it just, once we get to the final third, we've been shutting down lately, it seems like, and we got to change that. 1 key pass from Tyler, 2 passing points from Retro, 1 from Cuddy, Friolito, myself, and Dizzy Dolman. So obviously the passing was a bit off, considering the fact only 5 guys had passing points. Interceptions, 5 for Dizzy, 4 for Dizhard, 3 for Friolito, 3 for Foster, 1 for myself and Rainey, 4 tackles for Dizzy, 2 for myself and Friolito, 1 from Dizhard, 1 from Cuddy. Friolito does a very good job, tracking back, I have to say that. So applauding him, especially for the way he helps out defensively. But 10 saves from Fawn, 1 man of the match from Fawn as well. He certainly deserved it. We put him in so many tough positions, but he did everything correctly, everything he had to do to keep us in this game. So in the second game, there were definitely some changes here, as basically Fatal and Pogba were able to return from their suspension. So we made a few changes. Cuddy back to center back, Rainey moving over to right back in place of Dizhard, and of course Fatal going to CDM with me. So this was another game where I think we were a bit better shape-wise, but you'll see some issues with some set-piece defending and all that throughout this. But the shape was much better, the defense was much stronger, and the positioning was just much better as a whole in that area of the game. But getting forward, I think we really struggled sometimes with the passing, showing for each other. Just not being patient enough was a big issue as well. But a good cross put in to Cuddy. Unfortunately, that goes wide. A very good chance from a set-piece right there. So while we did have some trouble defending them, you can obviously see right here, that's just some poor defending from us, really losing, a lot of our concentration on these set pieces, just kind of rushing after the man. Fawn is bailing us out like usual with some good saves also, but you can see here, again, just missing that. He was somehow free. That one was strange because, like, it was an in-betweener that, like, none of us locked onto. I think it was me and Foster there, but still, he's done much better here. Friolito's somewhat through on goal, unfortunately. They do win the ball, push the ball back up, and looks like they could have the ball back here, trying to get through on goal, but going back down this wing somehow. We get out of it though, and the lock-ons are frustrating also because we're locking on Friolito, who's like the smallest guy in the pitch basically with some of these headers, when I should be locking on to it. As you see Fawn again with a big save. And he kept us in these both games. He was a huge reason we were able to grab the point in the first one, that we're still in this one as well at the moment. But Flick had that little pass right here, does put the cross in, trying to find, I believe that was Friolito with the run right there. But you got to look for those little passes in, I'd say, because we have been crossing a bit too much, which is a bit out of the ordinary for us. So it's strange to see. Like, it worked, in the previous game, the 2 games ago, I believe it was, or 3 games ago, where we got the 3 points in the last episode, where we won that match. But yeah, it's a bit different from us, as you see the set-piece defending, and we just defended that very poorly, not covering our man. That guy's free completely in the middle, got to get in front of our players. The players were marking and can't just, run around. Got to hold that LT button, basically, as we all went after the ball was the main issue right there. As we go in the second half, maybe try to make something happen. Unfortunately, because Pogba just moved right there. But yeah, also, I think it was that first goal was where I had an awful pass that kind of set it up as well. That did not go my way, but either way, I just felt awful these 2 games today. So I do apologize to the team for the way I played. But you see them again trying to get something going on these set pieces, and again it works out after a couple of awful attempted clearances. We all ran after the ball and ignored all the guys in there in the box, and that's all again partially my fault, but that was a good idea with the set piece. We just cannot let people be free like that in the box. It just needs to be a lot more guys in the box helping to cover. I do think we need a mix of zonal and man marking also, so that way we do not allow those kind of passes back in that have been kind of killing us, like you saw on that flick on header on that first goal. Basically, as you can see, again, notifications, someone joining the party, who cares? But either way, trying to get these long throws going basically, as those do certainly work for us. They worked for us last season, got us out of some games, grabbed us some points. As you can see, the ball being flicked on. Fortunately, it's not work, but the ball going back again out wide here, putting the cross in. Maybe just been a little bit more simple, but we're kind of set up for a cross. But either way, we're going to try to get things going again with another long throw. Maybe this one will work out. And a great flick on from Tyler to Flick. He's going to put that in the back of the net. Shades of last season. Just that little flick on play from Tyler or Jordan to one of our strikers, one of our other players. Just was kind of the bread and butter to some of the games where we were able to steal some points from after we struggled a bit offensively. So maybe we can get back to this one. Obviously going to be tough, but again, still have plenty of time here, about 25 minutes trying to get back forward. And again, had that A pass right there, but trying to carry a little bit too much instead. That does not work out there. So we got to look for those A passes on that wing inside. Everyone has to really, as you've been putting in too many crosses lately, and it's kind of screwed everything up because you're just not ready for the crosses. You don't have like people in the box for a lot of times, or just simply it's But yes, still plenty of time to get into this one, as I kind of went on a little tangent. Yes, tangent as we continue on. We do win the ball back here, 86 minutes, 87th minute, somewhere around there. Do a good job now. We had to do this like the whole game, like actually try to play football, move the ball around. We decided to do it a little bit too late. A cross is put in, ironically, probably hits a chest wide, and our good chances are coming from crosses at times, but with stuff like that, we're spreading the defense out and creating the situations that make sense. But some of the crosses were hopeless that we were doing earlier on, and that's why I kind of went on a tangent about that. But so you can see Friolito putting this cross in, and you just have to watch this. Foster wins the header. Jordan hits the ball at the downed defender, and the goalkeeper picks it up. Holy shit. I've never seen anything like that. The lobby, like in game, I had no clue what the fuck happened. I thought we were about to score because all I saw was someone shooting the ball a few yards away from the net. But fortunately, Jordan had the whole other side of the net. But instead, his curse meant he hit it right at the defender in the middle of it. So a goal and assist, goal for Flick, assist for Tyler. 7 saves from Fallen again. That's been amazing for us. Per usual, 2 key passes from Friolito, 1 from Tyler, 2 passing points from Foster, Flick, and Cuddy, 1 from Sam, myself, and Pogba. So again, I don't know what it was. Like, I think the formation certainly can do with it, but not until the last few minutes we actually tried to play football, and that's frustrating. 3 interceptions from Foster, 2 from Friolito, 2 from Cuddy, 2 from Fatal, 1 from Dizzy, Randy, myself, and Pogba. 6 tackles from Fatal, love to see that. 3 from Cuddy, 3 from Sam, 2 from Randy, 1 from Foster, and 1 from Pogba. So we'll take a look at the table and stuff also. So you can see the table. We're 11th at the moment, very congested in the mid-table area, so we do play some teams, around us in the next episode. Lens will be the Friday match, I believe. We also play Lyon and a few other teams around us as well. Le Havre, who is actually in 3rd place now, slightly over Stade de Rennais, who we did get that point from. So it's going to be interesting, very interesting. Weekend coming up. We still, have to try to avoid relegation. We can't slump. We can't get in a slump here and start to drop points. But we have to get back to playing how we usually are. Obviously, I do think the formation was a big issue at times. And I think we will try to alleviate that by changing it a bit and try something different. But you saw at the end there, we actually tried to play a little bit more football, and we created some chances, and we probably could have scored, but we have to learn from that. I mean, we kind of stole a point in the first game, so I guess it kind of evens out because we somehow ran out of that game with the point that we should have just absolutely got dominated in. So either way, though, we'll bounce back. We'll just start to go back to playing Amiens football. Quick passing, A passes, only cross when it's available and stuff, and look for the A passes on the wing inside, and just be beautiful unicorns as we continue our difficult journey, our difficult adjustment season here in League. We'll improve. We'll certainly improve. A lot of guys, aren't the most experienced. You have a lot of you guys coming back in, so I love you, though. You're all beautiful. I'm so pleased to be your manager. I'll be signing out now, and I'll